Hi guys, John here from Storeforce Fitness and FitTraveller.com. We're leaving for America today, so I'm getting my final session in on the foam roller. Those of you who do go travelling might not have even heard of these foam rollers, but you can get them in various shapes and sizes. The traditional ones tend to come really long ones, or they're just made of crappy foam which basically gets ruined after 3 months. So when I actually heard about these from Trigger Point Technology, I was absolutely over the moon, because as you can see they're quite compact. And you can carry them with you. I must admit we're not actually taking this one on the cycle just because we simply do not have room in the panniers. However, we do have a ball which we will be taking, also from Trigger Point Technologies. I actually got these from Balance Physio, and you'll see on the side of the blog there they are actually one of our corporate sponsors, so a massive thank you to them. If you haven't heard of foam rollers, I'm going to give you a very quick introduction as to what I'm talking about. If you can't afford massages every day and you're not a professional athlete, this is probably your next best bet. Basically what we've been doing in the build up to the cycle, obviously doing a lot of miles, so just working through the calf muscles, just rolling all the way through the length of the muscle, obviously hitting all the different angles, and you will find that at first this can actually be very painful, and obviously if you do a lot of running or a lot of cycling, or pretty much any training in particular, you're also going to find it can get quite painful. So hitting the calves with them, you can hit the hamstrings. Obviously one of my problems is it tends to be my IT band down the side. If you do a lot of running, again that's an area you want to be hitting, so you can just work through the fascia there, right up the length of the thigh there. So from the knee all the way up to the hip. And then another old favourite is actually working onto the quads. And that's something that's got pretty painful doing all this cycling. So that's the foam roller. Like I said, you can get other cheaper rollers, but they're really crap and they won't last very long. You'll see with this one, it's not actually using as much foam, so it's a bit more environmentally friendly. Hollow in the middle with a nice bit of plastic. It's almost like guttering, so it's rock solid as well. You'll find if you buy some of the cheaper ones, they'll just soften after a couple of months and you'll end up spending more anyway. You'll also see on these rollers, they've got almost different size fingers. So when you first start out, it can be pretty painful, so you can line it up with the kind of the wider areas. Also kind of thinner fingers there, and then once you kind of loosen up a little bit you can start using the nodules in the middle so they really get stuck in. Okay, so that's the foam roller we've been using the last few months. What we will be taking with us is this little ball here. You can obviously use hockey balls and things like that, but this ball's fantastic because it's kind of hard in the middle, a little bit softer on the outside, a bit like a dime bar really. But like I said, we're taking this ball with us. It's got a little bit of give in. So this will actually work into the deeper areas, particularly the piriformis muscle under your bum cheek. If you get sciatic problems, this is a really important muscle to be releasing off. So you probably can't really see what I'm doing here, and it probably looks a little bit weird. But basically I'm just working the muscle with the ball, and that is quite painful because they tightened up as well with a lot of cycling. Obviously lower back as well, don't be going onto your spine, just looking to go up the muscles either side of the spine. You can put it against a wall, be working into the chest. Again, we're going to be on the bikes, probably getting quite tight chested, so that'll help us open out. You can work into the bottom of your feet, absolutely fantastic, and that'll cost you a lot less than a sports massage therapist. Okay, so if you want any of this kit, then I suggest you get into contact with Jonathan Lewis. You can either find him on Facebook if you search through my friends, or you can find him at Balance Physio, and if you click on their logo on the side of the blog, that'll take you through to there. Okay, so two really important tools for our cycle. I really wish I could take this one with us, but it's just too big. If you are going on holiday and you can get that in your suitcase, then take that with you. Okay, and I'll catch up with you again in a few days.